Hi, welcome to Story Time with Gigi. Today we're going to be reading a story out of our Disney Princess Happily Ever After Stories, Tales of Love and Friendship, Treasury of Tales collection. Our story today comes from Beauty and the Beast, and it's called Getting to Know You. Maybe the Beast does have a heart, thought Belle. That very day he had rescued her from a pack of wolves in the forest. Even though the Beast was angry with Belle for having left the castle against his orders, he had risked his life to save her. Perhaps I could try a little harder to be his friend, she told herself. Mrs. Potts the teapot, Lumiere the candelabrum, and Cogsworth the mantel clock were very hopeful. If Beast and Belle fell in love, the spell that had turned the servants into household objects would be broken, and they and the Beast would be human again. Belle put a blanket over the Beast, but he didn't say anything. That night Mrs. Potts went to see the Beast. "Master, it's such a chilly night," she began. "Wouldn't you like a nice hot drink in front of the fireplace? I'm sure Belle would love some company." Reluctantly, the Beast stomped into the sitting room and settled into a chair. Mrs. Potts poured him some hot chocolate. Belle looked up from what she sat reading. "Good evening," she said. The Beast did his best to smile politely. Belle went back to her book. Soon she was startled by a loud slurp. She looked over at the Beast. He had a chocolate mustache. "Oh dear," thought Belle. The Beast realized he hadn't been very polite. Discouraged, he set his cup down and slumped in his chair. Mrs. Potts saw what had happened and was determined to get Belle and the Beast to have a nice evening. "Why don't you read to us, Belle?" she suggested. "All right," Belle agreed. She turned to a new story. "Once upon a time there was a woodcutter," she began. "That sounds so boring," the Beast said, interrupting her. Belle scowled. "Is there another story, Belle?" Mrs. Potts asked gently. Belle flipped through the book until she found a tale about fire-breathing dragons and brave knights. Surely this will be exciting enough, she thought, and she began to read. The Beast sat on the edge of his seat the whole time, listening to every word. Belle noticed how much the Beast enjoyed the story, and that when he started to drink his cocoa again, he took care not to slurp. The next day, Lumiere and Cogsworth decided to play Matchmaker too. "What a beautiful day to go for a walk," Cogsworth said after breakfast. "Look, the sun is shining." "What's the point of taking a walk?" challenged the Beast. "Walking is only useful when you have somewhere to go." But before Belle and the Beast knew it, they were being bundled up and hurried out the door. "There's nothing more romantic than a walk in the snow," Lumiere said dreamily as Belle and the Beast made their way toward the woods. Belle and the Beast walked along in uncomfortable silence. Then they came to a very large mud puddle. While Belle tried to figure out how to cross it without getting dirty, the Beast stomped ahead. A gentleman would carry me over the puddle, Belle thought. It was obvious the Beast wasn't going to. "Oh well, here goes," she thought as she waded through the muck. Her skirt, coat, and boots got covered in mud. The Beast turned around to see what was taking Belle so long, and he noticed how dirty her pretty outfit had gotten. "Oops," he thought to himself, "I guess I should have helped her." The wind picked up, and all at once it started to snow. "It looks as if a bad storm is coming," the Beast warned. "We'd better get back while we can still see where we're going." Belle nodded. She wrapped her cloak tightly on and trudged through the falling snow. She tried to keep up with the Beast, but began to fall behind. Quite unexpectedly, the Beast took Belle's hand. "Follow me," he commanded, leading her through the blizzard. Lumiere and Cogsworth were watching out the window as the two approached. They noticed Belle's hand in the beast's paw. "How romantic!" exclaimed Lumiere. Belle was relieved when they made it to the castle and surprised at the way the beast had taken care of her. A few minutes later, Belle went upstairs to change. "It looks as if you and the master are getting to know each other better," Mrs. Potts said. Belle hesitated. "I suppose," she answered. "There's so much about him that's gruff and rude, and yet he's full of surprises." In the meantime, in another part of the castle, Cogsworth and Lumiere were helping the beast dry off. "Did you have a nice walk, master?" Cogsworth asked. The beast hesitated. "Yes," he began. "Belle can be rather boring and proper, but then she walked through the mud without complaining, and she didn't act scared when we got caught in the storm. She's kind of surprising." That afternoon, Mrs. Potts prepared a lovely lunch and served it in the castle's greenhouse. "Remember, master," Lumiere whispered as the beast went to the table, "young ladies appreciate politeness." "Try to be understanding," Mrs. Potts begged Belle. "The master's manners aren't what they should be, but he's trying." When they got to the table, Belle smiled primly, and the beast managed a grin. Both were getting tired of trying to be on their best behavior. Their drinks were served, and Belle and the beast began to eat. The beast grabbed a chicken leg and began to devour it, but after Belle picked up her napkin and placed it in her lap, the beast grabbed his own napkin and did the same. "Isn't this lunch delicious?" asked Belle. "Oomph," the beast answered, his mouth stuffed with food. Just then the beast noticed that his napkin had fallen on the floor. He ducked down to retrieve it and accidentally tipped the table over as he tried to sit back up. A roll flew off his plate and hit Belle in the face. "Oh my." "Uh-oh," thought the beast. Even he knew that throwing food was not polite. This lunch was a disaster. He was about to apologize when he saw a playful smile on Belle's face. To his surprise, she threw the roll right back at him. Bonk! It hit him on the ear. Belle took one look at the beast's startled expression and burst out laughing. Help with that glare. When Mrs. Potts, Lumiere, and Cogsworth came to check on the pair, they couldn't believe their eyes. The room was a mess. Food was everywhere, on the floor, in the drapes, on the window. It looked like there had been a food fight. But what was most surprising of all was that Belle and the beast couldn't stop laughing. "Ooh la la," Lumiere exclaimed. "What happened here?" Mrs. Potts smiled knowingly. "I think they discovered what we forgot. The real way to make friends is to relax and be yourself. It looks like they just did that." That night, Belle and the beast got cleaned up and had a wonderful dinner together. Afterward, Belle patiently taught the beast how to dance. He listened carefully to everything she told him, and soon the two were gliding across the dance floor, in step with each other at last. And that's our story. I hope you liked it. Make sure you like and subscribe and share with your friends. Bye until next time.